Hi, and welcome back to another tutorial by Mr. Petrimo. Today we are going to learn how to make an interactive slideshow using a graphic of a tree system. So the first thing we are going to do is to get to Google Images and find our tree. Google.com images, and we're going to say tree. Let's try the word diagram. And no, that's not going to work. Tree system. There we go. There was some nice ones. Now our interactive slideshow is going to work similar to how you see here, where we've got different parts of the tree. However, we need a blank tree to start with, and we're just going to do the crown, the trunk, and the roots. We're going to do a simpler one. So let's do cartoon tree. That will give us a, oh, here we go. This is much better. Let's find one that has a canopy or crown, the trunk, and the roots showing, all three showing. So let's search through a little bit. And you can, as you do your search, you can choose different ones from the one I'm going to pick. Like this one would work too, but I'm not too much of a fan of that one. I don't know. I don't like that one as much. I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to find my tree very soon. That one might work, but it's a little small. Let's see if we have, oh, this one right here. That one works great. All right, so I'm going to choose this one. You can choose the same one if you like. That one would work great too. A lot of these would work. So I'm going to right-click, and instead of copying and pasting, because you need to have the file saved for what we're going to do. So don't copy and paste. You're going to save image as, and you're just going to name it tree diagram and hit that save button. Then we're going to make a new tab, and we're going to use our new trick, slide.new. Slide.new. That's going to bring us up a blank slideshow. All right. So the very first thing we're going to do is get rid of our text boxes here. Click right on that blue line and hit the delete button. My computer is a little laggy today. There we go. Now, instead of pasting that picture in, remember, we are going to set that tree as the background. And you might have remembered that from a previous training too. So instead of going to insert picture, we're going to go to the background button right here. Background, and then we're going to choose our image, and we're going to upload it. So choose an image to upload. Then we're going to find our tree. Here we go. Uploading our tree, da 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 da. And then I'm going to hit done. Now I could add this to theme, but I don't really need to. I'm going to click done. Now I have my tree set up. Now we're going to make three things on this slide interactive. We're going to make the crown, the trunk, and the roots interactive. Basically, your slideshow is going to work really cool. Whatever slide you're on, when you click on the crown, you're going to go to the crown slide, and it's going to have some more specific information on the crown. And then no matter where you are in your presentation, when you click on the trunk, it's going to take you to the trunk slide. So now if I'm on the trunk slide, I want to still be able to click back on the crown and go back to the crown. So it has to, that's the interactive part. It has to all work. So instead of doing this, I'm going to right click on here and say duplicate slide, duplicate slide, duplicate slide. Now for this to work, we have three things that we're going to make interactive. We need one master slide with no labels at all. So we need 4 slides in total. I know that bit's a little bit confusing, but you need a separate slide for the crown. That's going to be number 2. A separate slide for the trunk. That's going to be number 3. And a separate slide for the root system, and that's going to be number 4. And then you need one that's totally blank, and that's going to be our introductory. All right, so now to get our objects to be interactive. Okay, so you want to insert a line, not a shape. Insert a line, and then go down to the polyline. This is going to let us draw in a nice shape that's going to fit all of the things that we need. So I'm going to choose that polyline, and then I'm going to just blanket cover the canopy of this tree, just like I'm doing. Each side I click again, until I have most of my canopy outlined, and then I'm going to reconnect it to the end. Now that puts this odd shape in here, and for what we need this whole thing to be invisible. So we are going to go to that paint can and choose transparent. Now our tree is there, but we still have this ugly line around it, and we're going to make that one disappear too. Under the border color, we're going to choose transparent for that. Now it's going to be gone when we click off of it, but it's still there. Now our canopy is going to be going to slide 2. We already know that. So we're going to go right on here, and we're going to choose link, insert link right at the top. And instead of giving a web link, we're going to go to slides inside this presentation. And for the canopy, we're going to go to slide 2. Slide 2 for the canopy. And then we're going to click apply. Now make sure you only do this on slide 1. You have to be on slide 1 when you do this. So now we have our object. It's totally invisible, and it takes us to slide 2. Okay. The next job is that trunk. So let's do that. Insert, align, and go to the polyline again. So this time let's cut it off from here to here, and let's go down to here. Let's give it, since it's smaller, we're going to give it a nice wider area, and we're going to do the same thing. Now, paint can, transparent, line, transparent. Click off it to double check. Yes, it disappears. Click back on it, and I'm going to hit that insert link button and slides in this presentation. And now we're going to go to slide 3 for the trunk. Slide 3 is going to be for the trunk. So I'm going to pick slide 3 and apply. And then we're going to insert our last shape, and that is going to take us to slide 4. So insert, line, polyline. And this time we're going to, we can do this quicker. It doesn't have to take this long because it doesn't have to be exact. Okay, paint can transparent, line transparent. Click off it to double check. Yes, it disappears. Click back on it, insert link, and the last one is going to go to slide 4, which is underneath my toolbar. To insert link, slides in this presentation, and slide 4. That didn't have to be that difficult. All right, now that we have our 3 clickable shapes and they're invisible, now we're going to go to our next task. Our next task is going to be applying all these shapes to each of the slides because they're all going to have the same object. So I'm going to go on here and click one of them and say select all. And you see the trunk is lit up and the root is lit up and the canopy is lit up. Now I'm going to Control C to copy, and I'm going to go to slide 2, paste. Do you see them? They're all in on slide 2 now. And if I wanted to double check, I can click on the trunk and look, it says slide 3. So I'm all set to go. So I'm going to go to slide 3 on this one and paste in my shapes, and slide 4 for the last one and paste in those shapes. Now, no matter what slide I'm on, when I click on the trunk, it's going to take me to slide 3. Isn't that pretty cool? Now, on slide 1, we're going to insert a text box, and we're going to draw it in, and we're going to say the tree systems. And that's going to be our title. So here's slide 1. Slide 2, remember this is the canopy one, so I'm going to insert an arrow, insert a shape, and make it an arrow. And you may pick whichever one you like. I'm going to draw in a shape, make it a little bit longer. I'm going to fill it with something better than gray, like maybe a light green, and then make the line the same shade. And so it all blends together. Oh, Miss Ida Mae is coming to see us. Say hi, Ida Mae. Hi, kids. See Ida Mae? She's a good baby. Yes, she is. She wants to sit on my lap right now, so we're going to let her. Now, on our shape for the canopy, we're going to click back on there. And if you right-click on this one, you can go to Edit Text and actually add in text inside of that arrow, which is kind of handy. So we're going to type in the word canopy. And then that's it. I don't like that shade of green. I think I'm going to change it. I think I want to make, let's go to custom and make a nice darker green and say okay. There we go. That's better. And I'll leave that outline. It kind of works for me. Now I'm going to go to slide 3, and remember this is the one for our trunk. So we're going to go to Insert, Shape, and Arrow. And this time I'm going to go put this arrow on the right side of the screen. So I'm going to draw my arrow in. I'm going to reposition it a little bit better. I'm going to recolor to my custom color. And the line color, I'm going to put back to that one so they're the same. Then I'm going to right click and I'm going to edit text and I'm going to say trunk. Now that word is a little small, so I'm going to center it so it looks nice in my arrow, and I should go back and center the canopy too. Oh, that looks so much nicer. Canopy, trunk, and now for our roots. Insert, shape, arrow, and I'll go back on the left for this one. Choose my custom color again. Change the border color to that little green. Right click, edit text, and type in roots and center that one. It's kind of quick and easy once you get the hang of it. Now my last one is, do I want to put the tree systems? Do I want to have this link the same way? If I do, I can add a link to this one, and on this shape I can say to slide 1 and then apply. Now what I can do is copy and paste this text box onto each slide. Now it's in the same spot as the canopy, so I don't want to put it there. So when I paste it in, I'm going to drag it and throw it over here. This way, when I go back to, did I say slide 2? Let's go to edit. Yes, I did. I need to go to slide 1. Slide 1. Let's go double check that one up here. Slide 1. Okay, so I did that right. Slide 3, paste it in. Oh, it's changing it automatically. So for each one of these, we need to open the setting up, the link up, and get rid of slide 3 and tell it to go back to slide 1 for our title box. And then lastly, slide 4. Let's be a little different and go down in this corner. Edit that link, remove slide 4, and say slide 1, and now apply. Now, if we have done our job right, no matter where we run this presentation from, we're going to see it's going to be interactive. So I'm going to hit the present button and I'm going to test each one of my objects and make sure they go to the correct page. If I click on the tree systems box, it should take me back to slide 1 with no labels. So I'm going to test that theory. Present. So I'm going to check the canopy. There, I'm to the canopy slide, and you can't even tell. Now I can click on the trunk, and I can click on the roots, and I can click on the tree systems and go back to slide 1. I can click on the canopy. I can click back on slide 1 or go to the roots, and this is totally interactive. So there you go. Once you get yours set up the same way, test it at the end and make sure it's completely interactive like mine before you submit it for credit. So thank you very much. This has been another tutorial from Mr. Petrimo, and I'll see you next time.